Whoa! Hey, wow, didn't see you there. Magic watches have been on the market for a little while now. There's some really interesting ones out there. I've covered the Postit watch so far, but there's lots more than that on the marketplace. There's the SB watch, the Turner watch, the Infinity Watch V3, all kinds of different watches. I'm just naming a few of them. Today, there's a new entry I want to talk about. It's called the Iarvel Watch. It's a combination of an effort between Bluther Magic and Iarvel, and today we're going to talk about it, including a killer feature that I think is what makes this watch super, super good. So let's get into it. There is a lot to talk about with this watch, and I am struggling to find enough time in a video to talk about all of the amazing things that it can do. First thing you need to know, it comes in at $250, which is half the price of most other watches on the market. The fit and finish is just gorgeous. I'm going to take this off so I can show you. But the watch itself is just beautifully made. It looks excellent. My goodness, the leather on here, this is a very nice high quality leather strap. It's replaceable through a watch smith, and we'll talk more about that, why you would need to take this to a watch smith at some point. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look through the watch. There's the back case. It's sealed on there. It's twisted on there like a real watch, okay? And you got a sapphire glass there. Very clear face with very nice minute denotations, I guess you'll call them, to really let you see what time we're at, okay? So you can tell the difference between 55 and 56 or 56 and 57, right? They're very clearly marked. And the minute hand, like a laser, hits that mark every single time perfectly. I've been very impressed. Beautiful watch. It comes in 4 different versions. There's silver and gold cases, and then black and white faces with each of them, okay? So it gives you 4 different models, $250. What does your $250 get you? Well, it gets you an incredible app, the Iarvel app for the watch, and it's built very well. It's very clear and easy to use. No hidden menus or difficult to understand settings. Everything is very clearly laid out. The inputs that you can do on this are ridiculous. The inputs that you get, let me just, okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the inputs. There are a lot. There's an assist mode, so you can hand this to a secret assistant, and they can put in the time for you if you want to. But here's what you can do by yourself. You have secret keypad, fake album, swipe, voice control, camera mode, and lock screen. And I'm going to go over each of those very briefly. So secret keypad, it turns your black screen of your phone into a 10 key, right? And you get just a little dot in the center there that lets you know where the 5 is, and then you can, estimate where all the other buttons are based on that. So you can have a black screen and do the input. The fake album allows you to pull up different photographs and show them, as like maybe if you're thinking about a time and a place, right? So that way you can do that. That's another input. Swipe, honestly, my least favorite. I'll get to that again in a little bit with the remote control. But swipe is my least favorite input. I know a lot of people really like the Paul Longhurst swipe. Personally, not a big fan. Voice control. Let me talk about voice control for a minute. Voice control is incredible. So what's even better about it is you can protect it. So like you say a time, 5:30. It'll set your watch to that time. What? Wow. Incredible. The thing is, you might be worried about what if somebody says a different time and then the watch just keeps changing times. That could happen, right? So Iarvel thought about this, and they have created like trigger words, and not those kind of trigger words, but trigger words where you can say something to unlock the voice input. You say the time, and then you can say another trigger keyword to lock the input, so that way it doesn't matter what anybody else says, it'll stay stuck to that, and then it won't undo. So that's pretty amazing. Camera mode, that's interesting. Camera mode allows you to pass a handwritten piece of paper or something with the time on it in front of your iPhone camera while it's sitting on a table or whatever else, and it will take the time from the paper and then set it to the watch. Amazing. The thing is with that, you do have to pay for OCR, or optical character recognition credits. You're given 500 to start in the app, and then if you want to get more after that, you have to go to Iarvel's website, and there's instructions on how to purchase more. The lock screen. This is such a great thing. And I'll just show it to you. I'm just going to show you the lock screen because it's very easy to do here, okay? So the lock screen makes it look like your lock screen on your phone. It looks exactly like the lock screen. It does military time, which is kind of odd. I don't like that. I wish there was a way to change that, but currently there isn't. So whenever this gets past, 12 o'clock, it'll start doing some weird stuff there. But let's see. We want to set the time to, I don't know, 2:26. Oh, you know what I had to do? Let me do that. I have to go 0 to 26, okay? And it changed. And it changed that quickly. 0.6 seconds is what Iarvel says. 0.6 seconds. That's ridiculously fast. You don't need it ever to be faster than that. What? Amazing. So let's talk about some of the things that you have to do. I mentioned before the watch is sealed, and the band, if you don't like the band, you're going to have to go take this to a watchsmith. You will have to take this to a watchsmith. But here's why this is awesome. You can change the band out. It's a standard size, I believe that's 20 millimeters. So if you need to go take that to a watchsmith, they can take those off, put on whatever bands you want. And the case is sealed, which means this is actually very water resistant. This could be submerged, not for a long time, but momentarily. I don't know another watch that you can do that with. This is actually sealed up. It's amazing. I wouldn't recommend you go swimming with it, but it's sealed. So if you want to change the battery, you either have to get the tools and a replacement battery from Amazon and do it yourself if you feel comfortable doing that, or take it to a watchsmith and they can switch it out for you in a few minutes. The thing is, you go, oh, geez, the battery's got to be replaced and we got to go take it to a watchman. What a hassle. Yeah, but let's talk about the battery life, because there's two different modes on the watch. There's Bluetooth on and Bluetooth off. With Bluetooth off, you can still perform magic even without your phone. With Bluetooth on, Iarvel says you'll get about a year and a half worth of battery life. That's incredible. With the Bluetooth off, the battery should last, according to Iarvel, 3 years. That's amazing. If that's actually true, I mean, that would be an extremely long-term review. I can't report on that quite yet, but if it's that long, wow, that just blows everything else that I know out of the water. I love that. I also love that, unlike a lot of other watches where you have to replace the battery much more often, or with rechargeable, eventually that battery will die. Lithium ion and lithium polymer batteries have a shelf life. They can only be charged and discharged so many times. If you have a phone that you've had for a lot of years and you notice it doesn't charge up as much anymore, the battery doesn't last as long, it's because there's a lifespan of those batteries, which means at some point you'll have to buy another one. With this, you have a battery that lasts a very long, very respectable amount of time, and then whenever you have to switch the battery out, you just put a new one in. Hey, real quick, if you're getting value out of this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up and a share with your magic friends. And I suggest you check the description down below, because I'll have links to all of these different products down there, as well as some coupon codes for other magic sites. So just in case you're wanting to pick something up, you can do that, potentially get a discount, and you're gonna give a nice little kickback to this channel to keep me funded. So thank you guys very much. Now let's talk about the killer thing that makes this watch just absolutely incredible, something that I really love about it. It's the force time. You could sell a watch that did nothing but this, and it would be worth the $250 that Iarvel's asking for this. The ability to take any time that you want and set it as a force time on your watch. That means that without Bluetooth connection, anytime, anywhere, you have a powerful force on your watch. It looks like this. You have somebody take the watch, you take it off, you spin the dial, you hand it to them, they turn it face down, they spin, and at any point they push in the crown, and no matter when they do that, when they look at the watch, it'll have the time that you've already predicted on a piece of paper, on social media, wherever. You can do it without any technology, without Bluetooth turned on, without your phone, nothing, just your watch. That's amazing. I am in absolute love with that feature. Here's another really amazing input. If you have a Iarvel pad, we'll talk about this in an upcoming video. This is their Postit, which is in direct competition with the PETA memo pad. But let's see, we got a time there. Okay, this is 10:16 right now, or 10:17 right now. There's the Iarvel app open. These two are connected to one another through the Iarvel app. And now all we have to do is we have to write a time. Let's say we write 2:16. Okay, 2:16. It's already done. It's already done. It's incredibly fast, and it's just another little bonus. If you have an Iarvel pad of some sort, you can also update the time to the watch using the app. The last thing I really need to talk about is this. This is their Bluetooth remote, okay? This does not come in the box. This is sold separately, but let's take a quick look at it here. It's got a little coin cell battery in there. I'm not gonna open that, but a little coin cell battery, which is also user replaceable. This is user replaceable. And I have to talk about this because it works, but it's not my favorite. And I'll tell you why it's not my favorite. This is based on the swipe inputs. So the button presses simulate swipe inputs that you would do on your phone if you were doing the Paul Longhurst swipe. The problem that I have with it is, one, I don't like the swipe method at all. That's not my favorite way to input. It's always like, that's too many things to think about. And whenever I'm supposed to be in presentation, even if you're practiced at it, it's kind of like, yeah, and then up and then over. And then I don't like dealing with that. I like much more direct and easy to do methods. If you're looking for a really great one, Shamir Salim's time capture is a fantastic way to do inputs, and it works with the Iarvel Watch. This remote does the swipes, like I said, plus in your pocket, it's really tough to tell if you've pressed the right one or where your thumb is, because this is all smooth and just smooth curves. It's very difficult to know where your thumb is on it and if you're hitting it directly where you want to. So that's really, it's serviceable, it works, it's not bad, especially for the price, especially if you like the swipe input, but it's not my favorite. If you're interested in having a remote, they have this one. They also have a Pro remote, which I don't have, but this is just okay, in my opinion. Guys, that's my review on the Iarvel Watch. I really enjoyed this thing. This is incredible, especially the price point, coming in at about half the price of most other smart watches on the market, or magic watches on the market. I'm impressed with the fit, finish, the inputs, all the stuff that they thought about with this. Did I miss anything? If you have a question that I have not answered and I can answer, then leave me a comment down below and I will do my best to answer you. And if it doesn't seem like the place to talk about in a public forum, not that any muggles ever watch this channel, but if we were ever worried about that, you can also reach me out on Facebook. I have the Magic Minute Facebook channel, so you'd be able to reach me there. I'd be happy to tell you about this and help you guys make a purchasing decision for yourself. I want to thank Iarvel for sending this watch to me for review, and I want you to stay tuned because I'm not done with the Iarvel series. I have some other products from them that I'm very excited to talk about, and I'll be doing in subsequent videos. Thank you so very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.